and the responsibility that comes with freedom. So we have great admiration for Norway's institutions and democracy. We shared benefits that nature has given us, and we admire the way this society has used them on behalf of your people. Quite the contrary of what has happened in Venezuela. So we have to learn, and we have used Norway as an example several times during these decades. And believe me, we will turn Venezuela into that energy, technological, and democracy hub of the Americas. And we count on you. And I long for that day, and we will host all of you in a bright, democratic, and free country. And it's going to be soon. So thank you very much, and very honored and grateful to the Nobel Committee for this recognition to the Venezuelan people, to a great movement. I'm just one of that millions of people that form it. And I do believe it is a recognition to democracy as well. So thank you very much.
Thank you. So then we open up for questions, and the first question comes from the Norwegian broadcaster TV2.
So, Fares Shamdid from TV2 Norway. I have a question for you, Maria Corina Machado. You arrived just a few hours ago, and you got to reunite with your family in a very long time. How was that first meeting, and how has your first hours in Oslo been? Thank you.
I couldn't sleep last night, going over and over again that first instant when I saw my children. And for many weeks, I had been thinking of that possibility and which one of them I would hug first. And to tell you something, I hugged them, the three at the same time, and it's been one of the most extraordinary spiritual moments of my life. And that happened in Oslo, so I'm very grateful to this city, something I will never forget, because at the end, I'm just one of millions of Venezuelan mothers that are longing to embrace their children and are not able to do that. That brings us together. And I made a promise to them. I would come here on their behalf to receive the prize, and I will take that prize back to them, because we will make it what I experienced hours ago. We will make it a reality for every one of them, those that have their children in jail, persecuted, in exile. We will make that happen.
The next question comes from the Swedish broadcaster, Sveriges Radio.
Hello, David Rasmus on Swedish Radio. Yesterday, the US seized a ship outside the coast of Venezuela. Would you welcome a US military intervention in Venezuela?
Look, some people talk about invasion in Venezuela, the threat of an invasion in Venezuela, and I answered, Venezuela has been already invaded. We have the Russian agents, we have the Iranian agents, we have terrorist groups such as Hezbollah, Hamas, operating freely in accordance with the regime. We have the Colombian guerrilla, the drug cartels that have taken over 60% of our populations, and not only involved in drug trafficking, but in human trafficking, in networks of prostitution. So this has turned Venezuela into the criminal hub of the Americas. And what sustained the regime is a very powerful and funded, strongly funded repression system. Where does that funds come from? Well, from drug trafficking, from the black market of oil, from arms trafficking, for human trafficking. We need to cut those flows. And once it happens and repression is weakened, it's over, because that's the only thing the regime has left, violence and terror. So we ask the international community to cut those sources, because the other regimes that support Maduro and the criminal structure are very active and had turned Venezuela into the safe haven for their operations into the rest of Latin America. Thank you.
The next question comes from the Norwegian broadcaster NRK.
From Norwegian Broadcasting. You have had meetings with politicians at the Norwegian Parliament and Prime Minister Støre this morning. Have you asked for any kind of support